We continue now at the top of Daf Lamed Amud Aleph in Meseches Nedarim. This is Nedarim Daf 30a. On the previous summer, Rabbi Avin and Rabbi Yitzchak Rebbe were sitting in front of Rabbi Yirmiyah. Rabbi Yirmiyah was dozing off, and they asked the following question. They said, according to Bar Pada, the case in the Mishnah, when you have these saplings, where a person says that they're going to be hektish until they are cut down, so Bar Pada says that if the person redeems it, it's automatically going to become hektish again, and even after it's cut, still it requires a redemption. So they said, according to Bar Pada, Tifsho deboy Rav Hoshia, we should be able to answer the question that Rav Hoshia had. Rav Hoshia had the following question. Hanosen shtei prutos leisha. Let's say a person gives 2 prutos to a woman. V'yamar lo, and he says to her, Ba'achas hiskadshi li hayom. With one of these prutos, we'll have a kedushin today. U'v'yachas hiskadshi li la'achar sha'garshech. And with one of them, there'll be a kedushin, have a kedushin to me after I divorce you. So hachanami, to have a kedushin, there also it should be a good kedushin. Just like we say by the netios, we say that they require redemption even after it's cut down. It becomes kadosh again. So too over here, the kedushin should be effective even after the divorce. We should be able to answer the question of Rav Hoshia. The Mefarish over here explains, Tifsho devoy Rav Hoshia, hachanami to have a kedushin, dechi heichi dehasam amar lo la'achar sha'garshech sheyotzta mirashuso shetiskadesh. Just like over there, when he says, after I divorce you and you're no longer in my reshus, there should be a kedushin. Hainu dumyad la'achar sheniktzatu. That's similar to the case after the saplings are cut down. Sheyotzin mirashus hektish. They then leave the reshus of hektish, but still Bar Pada says dematzrich luhu pedia. Bar Pada says that still they require redemption. So again, according to Bar Pada, we should be able to answer this question of Rav Hoshia. And the Gemara continues, Isar Behu Rabbi Yirmiyah. So Rabbi Yirmiyah woke up. Amar Lu, and he said to them, how are you comparing a case where he redeems them to a case where other people redeem them? Hachi Amar Rabbi Yochanan, because this is what Rabbi Yochanan said, Padon hu, if he redeems it, so chozra so kedushos, then they become kaddish again. But Padam acherim, but if somebody else redeems them, so ein chozra so kedushos, they actually don't become kaddish again. V'isha kipadua acherim damian. In the case of the woman over here, where the person uses 2 prutos and he tries to be mekadesh her after the divorce, that's already like padua acherim, and therefore it's not going to be chozros so kedushos. The Mefarish over here explains, Padan hu hamakdish kodem sheniktasu, meaning to say, let's say the makdish redeems them before they are cut down, before the saplings are cut. So chozar su kedushos la'achar sheniktasu. So after they get cut down, they're still going to have that kedusha. They're going to require redemption. The hoel v'hu ikdishan, since he was mekadesh, afagav the chazru padan, even though he went ahead and redeemed, chozar su kedushos la'achar sheniktasu. They still become kadosh after they get cut. But padam acherim kodem sheniktasu ain't chozar su kedushos le'achar sheniktasu. But let's say other people redeem them, they're not going to get that kedusha again. V'isha shekonsa atzma beget midas atzma, and let's say you have a woman, she acquires herself with a get, so ein cholin oleh kedushin, so then it's not going to be after the gerushin, we're not going to have a kedushin bichal. The kipadua acherim dam, it's like other people redeeming the saplings, dein chozar so kedushos, they also don't get that kedusha again after they are cut down. Legabe isha nami ein mikudesha, so by the woman also, it is not going to be a kedushin. And so that was Rabbi Yirmiyah's response to what they were trying to say. They were trying to say that from our case, from Bar Pada, we have an answer to the question of Rav Hoshia. And he said, no, on the contrary, this is like Padam Acherim. And the Gemara continues, Itmar Nami, it was also learned, Amar Rav Ami, Amar Rav Yochanan. Rav Ami says that Rav Yochanan says, Lo shanu elo shepadan hu, this halach is only true when he redeems the saplings. Avol padam acherim ein chozr su kedushos. But if other people redeem the saplings, then they do not become kadosh again. And the Gemara continues with the Mishnah, Hanoder miyorde hayam, if somebody takes a neder not to get benefit from those who travel at sea, mutter biyoshve hayabashi, still mutter to get benefit from those who live on the land. Miyoshve hayabasha, if he says that he's not going to get benefit from those who live on land, asr miyorde hayam, he's prohibited from getting benefit from those who travel at sea. Sheyorde hayam bechlal yoshve hayabasha, because those who travel at sea, they're also people who live on land. Even people who travel at sea will eventually be on the land, and so therefore everybody is included. Lo ka'elu sheholchen me'ako liyafo, but not like those who just traveled by sea from Akko to Yafo. Ela b'mi shedarko lefarish. We're talking about those who really go out to sea, and the Gemara will explain what this last line of the Mishnah means. The Gemara says, Rav Papa v'Rav Acha b'Rei Ravika. Rav Papa and Rav Acha b'Rei Ravika, they argued about how to understand the last line in the Mishnah. Chad masni ha-reisha v'chad masni ha-seifa. One understood the last line was going on the beginning of the Mishnah. The other one understands that the last line of the Mishnah is going on the end of the Mishnah. Man detani ha-reisha masni hachi. The one who learns it on the reisha, on the beginning of the Mishnah, understands it as follows. Hanoder miyorde hayom. If somebody takes a neder not to get benefit from those who travel at sea, mutter biyosh ve'yabash. He's mutter to get benefit from those who live on land. Habiyorde hayam aser, but he is prohibited to get benefit from those who travel at sea in that situation. And so on that, the last line of the Mishnah says, V'lo ka'ela, but when we say he's prohibited to get benefit from those who travel at sea, we're not talking about those, again, who go from Akko to Yafo. We're talking about those who really take a journey at sea, and we'll continue with this discussion in the next video on Daf Lamed Amud Beis.